What's up, family? Man, I bless each and every one of you. May God continue to guide you, keep you, comfort you, aid you in your growth and development, as well as the healing stages of your life. Family, man, we have to grow up emotionally. Man, I want to continue our series on crystals. Today, I want to talk about a crystal that's one of my favorites, turquoise. You see me with this everywhere I go. I never leave this. You know what I mean? I always have it on. Um, I have a turquoise ring around here somewhere and a couple other pieces of turquoise. Um, I love turquoise. I'm part Native American. Again, you can see the chief with the abalone shells. Part Native American, part Cherokee, and part Blackfoot, excuse me. Um, it's turquoise. They say it's a crystal of protection. It's a crystal to help you regain your voice. Um, Very powerful crystal. A lot of the um, ancient, not ancient, but a lot of the Native Americans would wear it into battle as protection, um, and that's cool. You know that's all great. But I want to talk to you guys about what turquoise represents to me. So often, those of us that have gone through trauma don't realize how we've lost our voice. Stay with me. We're going somewhere. We've lost our voice. We've lost who we were. We've lost our identity. We've lost speaking up for ourselves. Um, we would just, man, it is what it is. And we just go with the flow and let people just dog us out. Let people just mistreat us. Let people talk down to us. We wouldn't speak up for ourselves or anything of that nature because we've gone through so much trauma as a kid. We were beaten down so much as a kid. And so part of turquoise for me, rocking the turquoise everywhere I go, it's a reminder of who the hell I am. It's a reminder of my ancestors. It's a reminder of the greatness that's within me. It's a reminder that, oh, hell nah, motherfucker, not today. Not today. My ancestors have gone through way too much for me to be a punk now. My ancestors have gone through way too much for me to sit here and not speak up. My ancestors have gone through way too much for me to sit here and not know who I am, not know who my ancestors are, not know who the hell they've gone through, and allow raggedy ass, no good, trifling ass motherfuckers to just disrespect us and mistreat us. Not today. Not it's a time that we have to grow the fuck up and understand who the fuck we are. I'm talking to chosen ones. This don't apply to all of y'all. As chosen ones, we've gone through way too fucking much for you to allow anybody. That's your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your uncle, your raggedy ass sister to sit there and disrespect you and to just dog you the fuck out and you just take that shit. Now we ain't doing that shit no more. And that don't mean that we have to be combative. That don't mean that we have to be aggressive. That don't mean that we have to beat your motherfucking ass or slap the shit out you. We ain't got to do none of that shit. But we know who the fuck we are and what we ain't got to deal with no motherfucking more. And so turquoise is a reminder to me, nah, bro, you a motherfucking king. You come from the lineage of greatness. What the fuck is wrong with you? If you don't speak up for them, who's gonna speak up for them? If you don't speak the motherfucking truth, who's gonna speak the truth in this fucking world? If you don't pour out of the knowledge and wisdom and understanding you have, who the fuck is gonna do it? That's the price of being called. That's the price of being a chosen one. That's the price of being unique. Remember who the fuck you are. Understand why you do what you do. You people look at me and they're like, oh yeah, you're African American and blah blah. Yes, I am African American, but I'm also Native American. My people and I tell my kids this all the time, as my African American ancestors gone through too much coming into this country, working the way that they work, being mistreated the way that they were mistreated, being dogged the fuck out the way that they were dogged the fuck out. To allow anybody to dog us out today. Them days are fucking over with. Not no more. My Native American ancestors have gone through too fucking much in this country. The Trail of Tears and so many other atrocities. They've gone through too fucking much for me to sit here and whine and complain and grope and mope around like I ain't got no fucking power. Well, we going there today. We going there. My ancestors have gone through too much for me to sit here and talk about Donald Trump and how unfair the world is, and we'll do all this. Now, fuck that weak ass shit. That's coward shit. That's punk shit. That's weak shit. To sit there and whine and complain and mope and talk about what's going on in the world and how come it's not fair, and look at this over here and look at this racism over here, and let's shut the fuck up with this bullshit. We're going there today. This is gonna be rough. This is gonna be rough. Our ancestors went through way too fucking much for you to be sitting here crying and acting like a punk about what the fuck is going on now. How dare you? How dare you insult your ancestors by sitting here and acting like you ain't got no fucking power, by sitting here and acting like you ain't got no fucking authority, and you sitting here whining and crying and acting like a little trick because you complaining and you pissed off about what the fuck is going on in the world today. As if the shit that they went through wasn't more than the shit you going through. As if them being kidnapped and been sold and brought over here to this country and then dogged the fuck out once they got here, forced to leave their ancestors behind, forced to leave their language behind, forced to leave their culture behind, and adapt in a new world. And beaten and raped and murdered and all beat all the shit that they've gone through. And you sitting here right now in 2025 whining and crying because of the fucking politics, whining and crying because of what the fuck is going on now. Ain't shit going on now. What the fuck is wrong with you? How dare you? It's time you reclaim your fucking voice. And I'm not talking about no voice that you could just sit back and talk about, oh, this is not fair. And the Republicans are doing this. And the liberals are doing it. Fuck that bullshit. Fuck the bullshit, family. We got to grow the fuck up. We got to reclaim our fucking identity. We got to reclaim our fucking authority. We got to reclaim our fucking voice. And we don't reclaim our fucking voice just so we can sit here and point the fingers at other motherfuckers. We don't reclaim our voice just so we could down talk or talk down on other people. We don't reclaim our voice so we could bash our women or bash our dudes. We're lost. We're fucking lost. And the problem is not that we're just lost. The problem is we think we're the wokest we've ever fucking been. We think we're the fucking most enlightened we've ever been. We think we're the most powerful we've ever been. We've got to grow the fuck up and understand the fucking games that's been played on us. Understand. Damn, my ancestors went through a hell of a lot just so that I could get here. My ancestors went through all that bullshit so that I could be here. So what the question is, what the fuck am I gonna do while I'm here? If I knew that they were raped and murdered and violated and beaten and hung and stripped and publicly humiliated and just all this shit that took place to them, if I knew that they were slaughtered and poisoned and their heads chopped off and all this other shit, if I knew that this was the shit that they went through and they were stripped from their lands and all that shit, and when I think about that, it doesn't make me hate white people. It doesn't make me hate America. It shows me, damn, my ancestors went through all of that bullshit and they survived so that I could get here, so that my kids could get here. So the fact that they endured all that bullshit, I got to live my life so that their struggles was not in fucking vain. They didn't go through the hell that they went through so I could sit here and be a fucking bum. They didn't go through the hell that they went through so I could be a fucking hoe. They didn't go through the shit that they endured so you could be a fucking tramp, a fucking gold digger. They didn't go through all that shit so you could get a fucking job and sit back on your high horse. Look at my house. Look at my cars. Look how much money I got stacked up, and fuck the community and fuck these people. And I'm not doing shit for nobody else. And everybody could kiss my ass and all this stupid shit. They went through the fucking hell they went through so that you could be a beacon of hope, a beacon of light. So you could properly represent our ancestors. We got to grow the fuck up. We got to grow the fuck up. And so when I rock my turquoise, and you'll see me with my turquoise ring on from time to time, and you see me rocking that, you see me with my chief, it's a constant reminder to me. How am I representing my people? How am I representing my ancestors? Do I live my life that brings honor to them? I'm getting a phone call, I'm sorry. Am I living my life that brings honor to them? Or am I living my life that's bringing shame to their legacy? This bracelet here is amethyst and African turquoise. How are you representing your ancestors? How are you representing yourself? That's what turquoise represents to me. That's the meaning behind turquoise to me. Yes, I'm protected. Yes, I'm regaining my voice, but I'm protected. I'm regaining my voice because I know who the fuck I am now, because I know who I'm connected to. I understand why I'm here. I'm not here to chase the fucking bag. I'm not here to accomplish a bag, all these fucking women. I'm not here to gain a bunch of material shit. We've got to grow the fuck up. We've got to grow up. Man, I hope and pray that I said something to encourage you, to inspire you, or to even challenge your way of thinking. Turquoise is a beautiful stone, precious stone. What does it mean to you? Get outside of the fucking books, of what the books say. Get outside of fucking YouTube and all these other platforms of what people say the spiritual and metaphysical meanings of these crystals are, and that becomes yours. No, what does it mean to you? What does it mean to you? I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.